What's up everyone? I hope you're all doing well. In the previous update, Bitcoin was in this range and consolidating below $65,000. And what we wanted to see was a move up above this double top which came in at $67,400. So this was the scenario that I shared. Again, we wanted to see a move up above this double top and then a retracement to the downside. If we go back to the charts, that's exactly what happened. We got the move up above $67,400 and now Bitcoin is retracing to the downside. With that said, if you did take my advice that I shared in the previous update as well and decided to be more aggressive with your long positions, then you had a very easy trade in my opinion. If you take the volume profile until this point, the value area low of this range was offering support. So if you opened a long position and implemented a quick take profit one and then moved your stop loss to break even, then Bitcoin would have moved in your direction and you would now be sat in a pretty profitable long position. And personally, of course, I'm still holding my long position that I opened at the start of the previous week. Now, regarding this move up, I personally haven't opened any short position, and that's because this move was a bit too choppy in my view. We had this first rise and this first rejection, but I didn't short this because I wanted to see a move above this level and then a retracement. But then what happened? We had another small move up above this high and then a rejection, another move up above this high, yet another rejection, another move up and yet another rejection, and this happened again and again. And that's why I wasn't really interested in trading this range. But actually yesterday, I was interested in opening a short position as I shared on the Discord. So I wanted to open a short. I wanted to see a move up, a fill of these imbalances, and then a retracement to the downside and a break back below this wick. What did we have? We had the imbalances as I just said, and we also had the point of control which I wanted to see get tapped. So what happened? Bitcoin came back down first, but then came back up, tested the point of control and rejected it, as you can see right there, before a drop back below this wick. So if I add the volume profile, this is what happened. We had the move down, the move back up into the point of control and into these imbalances, and then we got a break back below this wick as I wanted to see. But unfortunately at this point, I decided not to trade this move because Bitcoin was being very choppy. In hindsight, of course, this wasn't the best decision because we did get a pretty nice drop of over 2.5%. In any case, that's trading. I'm not gonna catch every single setup. So what's happening right now and what am I expecting next? If we first focus on this low, I do see a potential bottom being formed here. And that's because the reason that I wanted to see a break below this wick is because I wanted to see Bitcoin test these imbalances. So look what happened here. We had these two imbalances. The first move down with this wick just filled this first imbalance and offered a very nice bounce to the upside. But then I wanted to see Bitcoin come back down and test the second imbalances on the 4-hour chart. And look what happened. We came back down, tested these imbalances, and Bitcoin is now moving away from this point. And that's why I do see this low as being a potential bottom and a break above the highs of this range. Now, the reason that I'm not too interested anymore in a drop back down deeper is because if Bitcoin does drop lower, in my opinion, it would get too deep into this range and we do have a couple of lows to clean up. And that's why, even though we have more imbalances, I wouldn't really like a drop lower. In any case, if Bitcoin does drop lower, we could get a break of $65,000 and then a reversal to the upside. But as I said at this point, I do see that this low is a potential bottom. And finally, of course, we could get a much deeper retracement and get back to below $62,000 as we do have a double bottom before reaching these imbalances. But with that said, what levels do we have above us? The first level is the one that I shared in the previous update, and this would be above this high. We have these imbalances on the 4-hour chart. So that would be above $68,700, and I do expect Bitcoin to reach them pretty easily. And then above it, we have a more interesting level in my opinion, which would be again imbalances above $70,000. And this level is more interesting simply because we have the major psychological level at $70,000. So if Bitcoin comes back up and is able to break this level, then this would turn a lot of people bullish, and at this point we could get a pretty decent drop on Bitcoin. And honestly, that was mostly it for the charts. As usual, I keep it pretty simple. Bitcoin is looking very strong on the higher time frames, but just keep in mind that it is pretty overextended as well. We've had a move up, and then it pretty much went sideways, a move up, went sideways, a move up, and is now going sideways. So the higher Bitcoin goes without really offering any kind of a deep retracement, the more cautious you should be in my opinion. And that's why if we do get a move up from here above $70,000 and I see a reaction that I like, of course, I might be interested in pretty aggressive short positions because at some point Bitcoin has to offer a retracement. With that said, as usual, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and if you have any questions, I'm available inside the Discord. So see you soon everyone, and good luck.